What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Second Chance. Today I'm feeling a little down. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't gonna post, but then I said to myself, you need to post because if you're feeling down, if you're feeling, not at your best, then chances are there's other people out there feeling the same way right now, right? Like I said before, despite the fact that I don't drink alcohol, I quit drinking alcohol, I feel great 95% of the time, right? But there's times when, we're human. We feel tired, we feel a little down, a little depressed, a little overworked, right? But back when I used to drink alcohol, it seemed like those some of the things that I used to stress over were really not that serious. Some of the things that, to me at the time seemed like big problems were really not big problems at all. They were, minor problems that could have been dealt with, within a reasonable amount of time, right? But when you're constantly poisoning your body, and your body is in distress and you're feeling anxious because you're looking forward to that next drink, any little problem seems to be a huge problem. Okay, so what's my point? My point is that now that I don't drink, things that I do to help me feel better, are I take a step back and I take a look at the big picture, and I remind myself, of where I'm at currently. I remind myself, that I have two beautiful children. I remind myself that I have a home that that I live in, that my children can live in, a safe home, right? I have a job, right? I have a job. I have a steady income. I have my health still, thank God. The amount of alcohol that I drank, I should probably not be here right now, right? But again, things happen for a reason, right? So we need to learn how to deal with our everyday stress without alcohol because alcohol seems like, it helps you relieve stress, but it doesn't. It doesn't do that at all, right? It's merely a band-aid, and but the next day that problem is still going to be there. And again, now you're going to feel worse right now because you're maybe hungover, right? Or you're fighting a cold, right? Alcohol weakens your immune system. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with a bunch of medical facts today, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of the things that we go through in life, is just that. It's life. Life happens, right? 99% of most things are out of our control, right? So what are we going to do about it? Are we going to, freak out and, you know, fold like a wallet, and go grab a bottle of alcohol and drown in our sorrows, or, try to make our problems go away, no, they're not going to go away. All right, so we have to learn different ways to cope with stress, whether it be seek some therapy, right? Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I myself had a therapist for a while. Okay. I still do from time to time. When I'm feeling extremely low, right? From time to time, if I need to, I know I have someone there I can call, right? Exercise. That really helps boost your confidence, boost your self-esteem, right? It just boosts, your overall morale in general, right? Find a hobby, collect cards, work on your car, draw, paint, start a YouTube channel. There's so many things that you can do to help you with your stress that do not involve alcohol. Okay, so when you're feeling down, you're feeling sad, depressed, life's got you down. Hey, again, remind yourself that it can always be worse. Okay? Remind yourself of your blessings that you have every single day. Take a look around you, right? And it can always be worse. Okay? So you don't need alcohol. Alcohol does absolutely nothing for you. And please like, subscribe, and share my channel with anyone that you think might need help cutting back or quitting alcohol forever. Stay blessed, everyone. Take care.